Hi everyone, it's me, Austin. Okay, well, today I'm going to be doing a Simpsons list. As you may remember last time, I did a Pixar list. Okay, so, now this list is going to be, my top 10 favorite Sideshow Bob episodes from The Simpsons. Now, Sideshow Bob is a great character. Yes, I know, he's one of the show's main villains, but while we want to see the good guys succeed, the villains often manage to be a little more interesting and engaging, and in any show you watch, the villain is kind of like what holds the show together. So, yeah. And, alright, so, now, there's one rule I need to get out of the way. Now, I will only be doing Sideshow Bob episodes that lead up to season that only lead up to the movie. Yes. I'll do every Sideshow Bob episode that leads up to the movie. Yes, because you see, the movie, I think the show should have ended with the movie. That's my top priority. Yes, but now Lydia, over on the Simpsons Theory, yes, as you know, I may have commented and said that I like the episode's future drama and holidays of future past. Yes, well, the thing is, about that, I do like those episodes, yes, but really, there's two ways that I think the show could have ended. One being the movie. Yes, I think the movie could have been a nice series finale. And then two being holidays of future past. Yes, like sometimes, now as some of you may know, Holidays of Future Past came as a bonus episode on the season 16 DVD. Yes, and sometimes I would watch classic episodes first, like seasons 1 through 12, which I think is the classic era. Yes, and then I would watch, and then I would skip ahead and go to go to future drama and then Holidays of Future Past. Yes, because I like those two episodes being the end. Yes. So, but either way, there's two ways that I think the show could have ended. I don't know why they couldn't have just ended the show with the movie and then, made Holidays of Future Past as a reunion special. That would have been nice, but hey, it's all about money. So, okay, but anyway, so back on subject. I'm going to be doing every Sideshow Bob episode. Sorry, I'm far away from the counter. Okay, but I'll be doing every Sideshow Bob episode leading up to the movie. Okay, so anyway, and there are 9 Sideshow Bob episodes altogether from the first 18 seasons, which, as you may know, the first 18 seasons were all before the movie. Okay, so anyway, are you ready? Okay, and Lydia, I hope you're watching, because I think you would like to hear my rankings. Okay, here we go. So here we go. Number 9, the Italian Bob. Okay, so the Italian Bob was it was the episode where Homer has to go to Italy and buy a new roadster for Mr. Burns. Yeah, it was like the I forget the name of the car, but anyway, if any of you know the name of the car, comment and let me know. So anyway, yeah, and then while they're there, they run into Sideshow Bob. Okay, and only this time he's a loving husband and father to his very own villain in training, Little Gino. And as you may remember, Little Gino, he had Sideshow Bob's hair, and I remember his first word was "Vendetta, vendetta, vendetta for me, Papa." Yeah, that never gets old. Okay, and then another thing I liked about the episode was, okay, remember Krusty and Sideshow Bob both sing Pagliacci, that opera. Okay, so yeah, here we go. Here's how Krusty sings it. No more Rice Krispies. We are out of Rice Krispies. You like my impression? Okay. All right, and then here we go. Sideshow Bob sings it the right way. Brady Pagliaccio, Zoduamane Flanto. And then he says, La Commedia è finita. Now, in translation, that means the comedy is finished. Yeah, okay, so, I don't know what the whole opera was in English, but maybe someday we'll get an English version of the opera. So, Pagliacci is a famous opera, but I don't know what the whole show means in English. Maybe someday they'll release a version of the opera and do the whole thing in English. Maybe one day, but anyway, okay. Yeah, otherwise, it's a good episode, and I also like the part where let's see, the town drunk of Italy is revealed to be a toddler. Yeah, that's weird. The town drunk is a toddler. Yeah, okay, that's weird. And then yeah, but it's a good episode. So just anyway, okay. Number 8, The Great Louse Detective. Okay, now this episode was from season 14, and it's a good episode. It's the one where Bart meets Sideshow Bob, and then Sideshow Bob has to become Homer's bodyguard. You see, because someone at this like spa or something locked Homer in the heating chamber, and then Homer got wrinkled up like a slow roasted peanut. Yeah, and then here we go, and then so Sideshow Bob had to become his bodyguard, and at first you would think it was him who did it, but then it turns out it was Frank Grimes Jr. You all remember who Frank Grimes was? He was Homer's enemy. Yeah, so yeah, and what I also like about the episode is Sideshow Bob tries to kill Bart, but then it's revealed that he can't, because you see Sideshow Bob he's like, I can't do it. Well, let me know what you think about my impressions. Okay, and then here we go. Bart is like, well, why not? I suppose I've, dear God, grown accustomed to your face. And then the random musical number is nice. Like, I've grown accustomed to his face. And then you think after that would have been the last time we saw him. But no, they had to keep going and keep having him reform. I don't get it. So, yeah, but other than that, good episode. Okay, number 7, Sideshow Bob Roberts. Okay, now this is from season 6. It's a good episode. It's the one where Sideshow Bob tries to unseat Mayor Quimby. Yes, and as you may know, Mayor Quimby is the mayor of Springfield. And then Sideshow Bob and him run for mayor. And then it turns out that Sideshow Bob wins. Only it turns out he rigged the election, which is not good to do. Yeah. So he rigged the election, and then here we go. When he's in court, I like how he says, Bart says, we want the truth. And then Bob says, you want the truth? You can't handle the truth. No truth handler, you. Nice callback to, what's you can't handle the truth from? I forget. Oh, what's it from? Okay, I forget. If you remember, let me know in the comments. Okay, so anyway, but other than that, it's a good episode. Okay, here we go. Number 6, Day of the Jackanapes. Okay, now this is kind of a Krusty and Sideshow Bob episode, because it's the one where Krusty chooses to. It's the one where he chooses to end altogether. Yeah, this is the one where Krusty tries to end his show altogether, and then Marge, I like how in the episode Marge says, I think it's good for a show to go off the air before it becomes stale and repetitive. And then Mr. Smithers bursts in and says, Maggie shot Mr. Burns again. Yeah, well, I don't know why the Simpsons could have went with what they took their word for it and just ended the show before it became stale and repetitive, just like Marge said. But no, it's all about money. You see, that's what everyone tells me. So, but anyway, and what's good about the episode is well, what I don't get is it's revealed in this episode that Krusty is airing his final episode. But however, after that, we still see his show going on strong. So was there any explanation as to why he chose to not end his show after that? I don't know, because I haven't watched many of the episodes after season 12. But so just let me know what happened after that. Like, tell me, was there any episode that actually gave an explanation as to why Krusty changed his mind after that? So just let me know. Okay. But other than that, good episode. Okay. Number 5, Cape Fear. Now, this is a number 1 favorite from many people in the land. Like I remember I asked Alexa once, I said, Alexa, what's your favorite Simpsons episode? And she said 2 for a few days. Like one time she said it was Mr. Plow, and the other time she said it was Cape Fear. Maybe she has different opinions. I don't know. But anyway, so, and then, what's good about this episode, this is the one where Sideshow Bob, tries to kill Bart after his 2 shenanigans that he foiled. The 2 shenanigans before this being when he framed Krusty for armed robbery and when he tried to murder Selma. So yes, so after those 2 times that Bart foiled his plans, finally he decides, I have to do away with this young lad. So, yeah, and he like sends him all these letters written in his own blood. Scary. Yeah, and so yeah, and I also like how Bart says in the episode, but who'd want to hurt me? I'm the Century's Dennis the Menace. That's right, he is. And then I also like how in the episode, Bob sings the HMS Pinafore. Like, here we go. And a 2, and a 3, and a... We sail the ocean blue, and our saw sea ships of beauty. We are sober men and true, and attentive to our duty. Yeah, that's always a classic. So, okay. But it's a good episode. Don't get me wrong. Good episode. All around. Okay. Number 4. Black Widower. Okay, now this one's from season 3. It's let's see, it's from season 3, and it's the one where Sideshow Bob tries to kill Selma. Now, as you may know, in the episode, Selma and Bob start meeting. This also continues what they started back in season 2. Like, it's a callback from Principal Charming, where Selma was supposed to meet Principal Skinner, but he met Patty instead. And then, so here we go. Selma falls in love with Bob, and then for some reason he chooses to do away with her. I think I know the reason. When they started falling in love, Bob found out that Selma had a lot of money in her budget, so he figured in the event of her death, all her money could revert to him. Fiendish. Terribly fiendish. Just that can get you in a lot of trouble. And it does in the episode. So yeah, and so, but it's a good episode. It's a classic. Everybody remembers it. It's a good episode, and I like how Homer says in the episode, we could get some of those cocktail weenies. It comes with this famous sauce. It looks like ketchup. It tastes like ketchup. But brother, it ain't ketchup. Yeah, well, I think he's referring to that red stuff that you have with, like, I think he was referring to cocktail sauce. Yeah, it does look like and taste like ketchup, but it's not ketchup. Yeah. Everybody loves it with shrimp cocktail weenies. Yeah. My parents like having it sometimes. So, yeah, okay. And, right. But other than that, good episode. Good episode. Okay. Number 3. Sideshow Bob's Last Gleaming. Yes, okay. Now, this is a season 7 episode, and it's a good episode where Sideshow Bob tries to actually do away with Krusty. Now, he like flies this old Wright Brothers plane into the studio that Krusty's at out in the desert, and then here we go. I like how Bart tells Bob, but Krusty's a great man. Without him, you wouldn't be named Sideshow. He does have a point. Yeah, and then I like the part where the Simpsons go to the air show and they're like and then all of a sudden Bob comes up on the screen and everybody starts running in panic. It's funny. So yeah, it's a good episode. I like how they bring a little bit of history into the episode with the Wright brothers plane, kind of a little educational thing. So yeah, good episode. Okay. Number 2. Krusty gets busted. Now, this was the first Sideshow Bob episode where he fully gets established as a character. It's not his first appearance. No, it's not his first appearance. It's his second appearance since the Telltale Head, which, as you may know, in that episode, it's the one where Bart cuts off Jebediah Springfield's head from the statue. And now I remember in that episode, Bob first appeared with an afro. Yeah. He looks a little different, but he has the big hair, but like with an afro. And then later he's seen in the crowd looking at Jebediah's head as Bart puts the head back on. But then he has his regular hair for some reason. Yeah, I don't know why they went from the afro to his regular hair. Maybe they changed their mind halfway through the episode. So, okay, but anyway, this episode is always a classic. I always enjoy watching it. It's the very first episode where Bob frames Krusty for armed robbery. Yes, and Bob goes to the Quickie Mart, and he is disguised as Krusty, and then here we go. Homer steps on his foot, and then he says, "Ow, my foot, you lousy, stupid, clumsy!" Yeah, and then if you'll notice after that, Homer says to Chief Wiggum, "And he had a big nose, no, bigger, and big red hair." That came out too. But why does he say the big red hair? Because when Bob was disguised as Krusty, he didn't have his big red hair. He had Krusty's regular green hair. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe Homer was clever than that. I don't know. But other than that, good episode. Always a classic. I still rewatch it to this day. So good episode. All right, and finally, my number one favorite Sideshow Bob episode is Brother from Another Series. Now, this was from season 8, and season 8 is by far one of my most favorite seasons, because there is a lot of things about that season that separates it from all the rest. Because, like in a lot of episodes, we get a lot of new characters, and they get a lot of more screen time than other characters do in other seasons. Like season 8 introduced Hank Scorpio, Homer's new boss. He gets a lot of screen time. And then let's see, there's Poochie, the rockin' dog. Yeah, and then there's that guy from Homer's Phobia. What's his name? Yeah, but he gets a lot of screen time. And then let's see, who else is there? Oh, Mr. Burns' long lost son, Larry Burns. Great character, gets a lot of screen time. And the one in this episode who gets a lot of screen time, who I think is good, is Sideshow Bob's brother, Cecil. Now, Sideshow Bob and Cecil are both voiced by, well, they're not both voiced by the same person, but they're voiced by Kelsey Grammer and David Hyde Pierce, who are all from the hit show Frasier. Yes, so it's I've never watched that show because I don't think my mom would approve of it, but yeah, it's I think it's a good episode mainly because it's from season 8, and it's the one where Bob seems to have reformed, but his brother Cecil plans to blow up Springfield Dam. Yeah, so that's very fiendish, and then literally in the end, Bob gets punished for no reason. He gets arrested for no reason, which I think is a funny way to end the episode. But yeah, good episode, and yeah, I like it. From season 8, good season. Okay, so that's my list. There it is. So here we go. So here we go. So yeah, good. Those are all good episodes, mainly because they were all before the movie. And so yeah. So just this is my second video. I'll have more plans in the future. I'll try to rack my mind for what other lists I could make. And so let me know in the comments what you think of Sideshow Bob. Let me know what your favorite episodes with him are, and let me know how you would rank them. So anyway, have a good day, and I'll see you later. Bye.